Hi everyone, my name is Mate. I would like to talk a little bit about OCR softwares today and show you the air conversion performance of the key OCR softwares that are available in the market. First of all, what does OCR stands for? It stands for Optical Character Recognition. Basically, it helps you to pre-process your PDF or image into a Word document um, before you import it into a machine translation software for translation. Nowadays, even though a lot of machine translation softwares such as MemoQ and Trados are able to work with PDF documents as long as they're not protected, in my experience, I have found that if we clean up if we convert the PDF into the Word document and clean it up a little bit first before we input it into your machine translation software, usually I'll get a better output in terms of formatting. And uh, why do I need to use OCR softwares or machine translation softwares? Can't I just work in the traditional way of typing my documents and formatting it? The reason is simple. Let me first of all show you a document uh, that I have recently done for a client, and this document is publicly available online on the Queensland Genomics website. As you can see, um, nowadays, with the advanced features of design softwares, a brochure usually like this is typically including things like fonts of different colors and different um, sizes, uh, and small graphics and large pictures. And here's like a map of Queensland, and you may have layers of graphics, and then here is a flow chart and with a background graphic, and you can see that's another flow chart with smaller artwork and also the footers and so on, and a bit of a background. And as you can see that um, formatting and reproducing such a document is quite time consuming, and translators rates have not improved over the years. It has not kept up with the pace of inflation, and nowadays a lot of translators can work online, and therefore the market is open up basically internationally, and therefore there's no drive to push up the price in the market. The only way to increase, or one of the important way to increase the income of a translator is to have a higher output and to work more efficiently, and having the software to help me to deal with the format setting side of the job will enable me to focus on the text and the meaning conversion side of the job. And also for people like me who are not very patient person when it comes to the nitty-gritty side of formatting, and not very talented definitely in terms of designing, uh, you know, um, reproducing the graphics and even like resizing them, um, so I think I would rather leave these worries to the software. So I am highly reliant, on these softwares to do the job for me. And so now I'm going to take you to the price side of these softwares before we go into the conversion performance of these softwares. So the key softwares in the market at the moment are Adobe Acrobat Pro, Neurons OmniPage, and ABBYY Fine Readers. As you can see, Adobe Acrobat Pro can be purchased or subscribed at a monthly rate of $21.99 Australian dollars, while the other two softwares you have to buy it at a once-off price. All these softwares have trial versions that you can try, and for the as for you as a translator to decide which is the software to go, uh, first of all, putting performance aside, you can see that Adobe Acrobat Pro allows you a lot of flexibilities where you can pay from a month to month basis. Maybe after a month you feel that you do not like this software, you can always change to another software without incurring a huge cost upfront. And or if you do not have a lot of work coming in, so you may have a big project and use it for this month, and once you finish it, you do not sort of expect more work of this nature to come in until 6 months down the track. Then you can stop your subscription and then resubscribe it again when there's a need. So that's the beauty of a subscription model. And of course, for the other two softwares, you just need to pay a once-off expense, and that's it. And then unless you want to use a newer version, then you may have to pay a fee to upgrade, but otherwise the software is good and fit for purpose for the next sort of at least 3 to 4 years before you need upgrade, in my experience. And so now I'm going to go into the conversion side of these softwares. I'll start with Adobe Acrobat Pro, because Adobe Documents, softwares has it's a big family of a large number of softwares, and therefore it's quite well known in that respect. And I have my Adobe screen opened up. Maybe I haven't. Okay, so let's do it. Adobe. I'll show you the interface of this software. Okay, because I already have this software open up. So what I would do, just to show you a bit of the feature, is so you open the document, and then you go to, say, this document itself, and you go open. So because we already opened it, but I still want to show you the process. So say now you have opened this document, and then you can, as you can see on the top right hand side, you got tool, view and sign, and comments. And so these if you want to do a conversion, you can just go to export files to, say, Microsoft document or the other formats of editable documents, and then you can go, say, Microsoft documents, and then it will ask you where you want to save it, and then you can choose, say, I want to save it, and I want to name it a different name, and then I say save, and then it will start the conversion process. Okay, so we have, so save. So because I have done this before, so I say no, I'm not going to replace it. So that's how you do it. And as you can see that there are other very handy functions of this software, such as edit text and image. So once you click on it, they all turn into individual editable frames, or you can add text. So, and if you click, and then you can start typing on it, or you can add images, and then you can insert your image there. So because I will have another presentation on some of the very handy features in Adobe Acrobat. Therefore, I will not elaborate on here. But when it comes to the decision of whether to buy this software, so these are the additional considerations you will need to make. And so now we have done Adobe Acrobat. I would move on to omni-page conversion. Omni-page conversion software is very usually quite good at maintaining the table format and the artwork. And so I already had my omni-page open. So that's the interface, and you can open the file from here and go through the steps individually, or you can just go through the flow, the workflow by clicking on this button, and then it will go through load files, and then automatic conversion, and then save to files. So it is pretty obvious. So once you click this button, it asks you where the file is, and you browse to that folder, and then you choose the file, and then you say OK, and then it will start. See, it's showing the conversion process, and then the percentage is finished. And then there's additional beauty of this software is that it actually allowed you to do individual editing before the conversion is completed. So if you say this is I do not want to change this, so you just press ignore. Then if you want to change it, then you can change it. So for my of course when you change it, usually it has to be linked to a dictionary so that you can choose from the list of selections. And so say for example, I do not want these bits, I would like to I do not have a dictionary, but I say okay, this is actually should be a hyphen, and then I can type it there, and then I press change, or I can ignore it, and then so these are the various features. And then so say for this case, I'll say ignore it, and then it will go to the next one and ask for your opinion. And then again you can say edit it in the way you want to, or you can ignore it. So I'll close. So say if I ignored it, okay, so now I finish, say I want it to be, I don't want it to go through all the individual ones. I say page ready, or you can choose document ready, and then it will sort of assume that you are not going to make individual changes, and then I can save it to a text format, image format, or a multiple format. And so as I have already pre-processed it, so here I will not save it. So if you want to save it, you just give it a name and press OK. Okay, so that's the end of this software. And now I am going to do you want to save? No. If you want to save the project and to come back, say you haven't finished the conversion process, you can save the project. So now I'm going to take you to the last software that we have. Is I think I have a typo here, ABBYY. Fine readers. I have colleagues who have commented that this software has saved their lives, and it's worth every cent in its cost. I have found it really good and accurate in terms of text conversion. And also it works pretty well with other languages. In my case, and Chinese, and if you have a document that has both Chinese and English, the conversion performance is pretty good. So now I'm going to take you to this software. So what you do is you choose, so that's the interface. You convert it to Microsoft Word, and then again you import the document, you open it, and then here is the OCR language again you can choose from. So if it's a Chinese Simplify, English Simplify, and Chinese, or Chinese Simplify and English, and Chinese Traditional or Vietnamese, so you can add more language to it as you like, and then you separate them with a semicolon. So as in this case, we cancel it because it is an English document, and then you press you can see that your documents already been imported here, and then you press convert to Word, and then it asks you to save the document, and then you press save, and then the conversion process will start. So as I already done it, to save time, I won't go through that process. And now I'm going to show you the conversion outcome of these three softwares. So we have converted the software that the document, the PDF document we show you at the beginning, the brochure of Queensland Genomics. Now let's look at their conversion performance. So this one is Adobe's result. Let's reduce the size so we can see the whole page. Okay, as you can see here, now this text becomes editable. You can highlight them and make changes. The graphics has kept their space pretty well, and the text have maintained their fonts, and the maps is in place, and the background graphics, so it looks like Adobe has done a good job. And see, even the header, the footer has in place. So I'm not that too surprised by the result, because the document probably was exported into a PDF to start with, and therefore in that sense, the software may have a certain advantage. That's just my suspicion. So that's the outcome. So it has done a good job. So let's have a look at the other software's performance. So now I have OmniPage. So this is the one I have saved after I have run through those 3 steps, remember? So let's have a look. By and large, everything is in place, and it has also dealt with the artwork quite well. And yeah, so as we can see, I'm quite happy with what it has done. See, it all becomes a little text, boxes that we can click on. And so usually after a conversion, if you before you import it into your machine translation software, if you have spotted certain areas that the machine hasn't done a good job, you can actually physically edit them and then save them before you export it. So this one has done a good job as well with the background overlay. Here probably you may have to make a little bit of adjustment, as only sort of half of the text is visible. Yeah, so you may have to increase the height of the box a little bit, and maybe I think it's like, yeah, maybe change the line spacing. That will fix it. So I suggest that if you need to do any formatting, it's better that you do it before you import the document into your translation software. And then I will make it a little bit bigger. See, that already look better. So that's OmniPage. So don't save. Let's go to the last software, that is BBYY. I don't know why I always keep calling it AABBY. Let's have a look at the performance of this software. Let's have a look, and let's make it smaller as well. Yeah, as you can see, it hasn't done a very good job in terms of the graphic. The map is partly missing, and okay, this here it has done a reasonable job, but I think the background graphic probably has been reduced a little bit. And here, as we can see, the texts are really good, but the graphic it's doesn't seem to have coped very well, and the footer there's some blank cut out here. So I would say that in terms of a document that has a lot of graphics, the other two, Adobe Acrobat and OmniPage, has advantage, but I do well for ABBYY when it comes to text fidelity, as well as multilingual text conversion. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope you have learned something from it, and I hope that it has helped you to make up your mind as to which software will suit your need best. Please feel free to look at our other presentations on this website. Thank you.